my dear children, how are you all? I hope you all are doing very well. So, what we are going to do in today's session, as you can see on my screen, we are going to start a new chapter. So, in this chapter, my dear students, we are going to see about the coastal plains. Okay, means all our coastal plain areas and our two important islands. In this chapter, we are going to see why coastal plains are important for us. Okay, and our two islands, Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep. Okay, how people live here. Okay, so are you excited? Come with me and start the chapter. So this is the physical map of India. You can see this portion which is covered with orange color. This is your coastal area. Okay, and this is your Andaman and Nicobar Island, and this is your Lakshadweep Island. So in this chapter, we are going to discuss about this. Now, the first is your coastal plain. Let's have a look here, my dear students. Coastal plain. The southern part of India is peninsular in shape. As you all know, the southern part of our India, it is peninsular in shape. It is surrounded by the Bay of Bengal on the eastern side, Arabian Sea on the western side, and Indian Ocean on the southern side. Okay? Thus, southern India is also known as peninsular India. Okay, and why our southern part of India is peninsular in shape? Because it is covered by water bodies from three sides. Okay, in the east it is covered with Bay of Bengal, in the west it is covered with Arabian Sea. Okay, and in the south it is covered with Indian Ocean. Okay, that's why southern India is also known as our peninsular India. Our country has a long coastline. Okay, our country India, as you can see in the map, it has a very long coastal area. Okay, and the length of this coastal area is about 6,000 kilometers. The width varies from 50 kilometer in the south to 150 kilometer in the east and about 250 kilometers in the west. So if we talk about what is the width of this coastal region, so the width of this coastal region is 50 kilometer in the south, 150 kilometer in the east and 250 kilometer in the west. Our coastal areas start from Gulf of Kutch in the west to Kanyakumari in the south. Along the Arabian Sea on the eastern side, the coast extends from Kanyakumari to West Bengal along the Bay of Bengal. Now see, my dear student, our coastal areas start from Gulf of Kutch. Okay, Gulf of Kutch, which is in the south, to Kanyakumari. Kanyakumari is in the south. Okay, along with the Arabian Sea. On the eastern side of our coastal area, our coast extends from Kanyakumari to West Bengal in the Bay of Bengal. All along the coast, there is a narrow strip of plain land called the coastal plain. So in this area, you can see there is a narrow strip. This is the orange colored narrow strip. So this narrow strip is called as our coastal plains. The Deccan Plateau separates the western coastal plain from the eastern coastal plain. Both of these coastal plains meet at Kanyakumari. So our peninsular India means our Deccan Plateau divide our coastal region into two parts, eastern coastal region and western coastal region. And at Kanyakumari, both eastern and western coastal region meet. So Kanyakumari is the meeting point of eastern coastal plain and western coastal plain. Now we are going to start with western coastal plain. Let's have a look. See, western coastal plain is divided into three parts. So our western coastal plain of India is divided into three parts. Okay, the Gujarat coast, the Konkan coast and Malabar coast. Okay, so let's have a look. The Gujarat coast lies in the northern part of India. It lies between the Gulf of Kutch and the Gulf of Khambat. A gulf is a narrow inlet of sea partly surrounded by land. Now, from where to where Gujarat coast is located? Gujarat coast is located completely in the northern part of India. Okay, and it stretches from Gulf of Kutch to Gulf of Khambat. Okay, and what is the meaning of Gulf? Gulf is a narrow strip of seawater. Gulf is a narrow strip of seawater partly, maybe one portion or maybe two portions surrounded by land. Okay. So what is the meaning of Gulf? Gulf meaning, Gulf is a narrow strip of sea water partly covered with land, maybe one side or maybe two side only. And below the Gujarat coast is the Konkan coast, which extend up to Goa. To the south of the Konkan coast is the Malabar coast. You know Goa? Goa is famous for its beaches. So below the Gujarat coast, there is Konkan coast, and Konkan coast is spread up in all over the Goa. And to the south of this Konkan coast lies Malabar coast. The Malabar coast is famous for its backwaters and lagoon, and Malabar coast is world famous for its backwaters and lagoons. But what is the meaning of lagoon? Lagoons are those saltwater lakes that have been cut off from the main sea. See, lagoon is a saltwater lake body, okay? Lagoons are saltwater lake bodies which is completely cut out from oceans, okay? Which is completely cut out from oceans. Lake Chilika in Odisha is the largest lagoon in India, okay? And which is the largest lagoon of India? It is Lake Chilika, presented in Odisha state. Here you can see, this is your Gujarat coast, this is your Konkan coast, and this is your Malabar coast. Now, eastern coastal plain. See, the eastern coastal plain lies between the Eastern Ghat and the Bay of Bengal. So, where eastern coastal plain locates? Eastern coastal plain is located between Eastern Ghat to Bay of Bengal. It extends from the southern tip of India to West Bengal in the north. Now, it extends from the southern point of India to the Bay of Bengal in the northern side. It is border with the western plain. It is broader than western plain. And you know what? If we compare, which is bigger in size, western coastal plain or eastern coastal plain? Eastern coastal plain is much more broader in comparison of eastern coastal plain. The northern part of eastern coastal plain is also called the northern Sarkars, while the southern part of it is known as Coromandel coast. Now, our northern part of eastern coastal plain named as northern Sarkar, while the southern part of our eastern coastal plain named as Coromandel coast. The southernmost tip of India, Kanyakumari, is located here. And where is Kanyakumari located? Kanyakumari is located on the southernmost point of this eastern coastal plain. The Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri rivers have their deltas along with the eastern coastal plain. Now here the majority of southern rivers like Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, all these rivers form their delta in eastern coastal plain. A delta is the mouth of the river where the main stream gets divided into many branches. Now what is the meaning of delta? Delta meaning the mouth of the main river. Okay, the mouth of the main river is divided into, okay, the mouth of the main river is divided into many parts. Okay, like Ganga and Brahmaputra, these are the main river of northern India. They came and merged in Bay of Bengal. Here, when these two rivers combined, means Ganga and Brahmaputra river combined, they become one river. Okay, and this one river gave birth to the many stream of river, and finally they dump their water in Bay of Bengal. Similarly, the rivers of South India, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, all these are the major river of South India. Okay, and Godavari is also called as the Ganga of South. Okay, so all this major river form, okay, all this major river form delta. These deltas are very fertile and are known as the rice bowls of India. So all the delta region, okay, so all the delta region formed by this major rivers is famous for the cultivation of rice. That's why these areas are called as the rice bowl of India. Tobacco, sugarcane and cottons are also grown here. Now, why coastal plains are important? Let's have a look. Many ports are found along the coast. Ports are important for inland and foreign trade. Many of the coastal towns are popular tourist places. Fishing is an important occupation of the people in coastal areas. As the land is fertile, crops like rice, rubber and coconut grow here. As you can see, why our coastal plains are important, because at our coastal plains majority of ports are present, like Vishakhapatnam, Srirangapatnam, okay, like your Gujarat coastal areas, okay. Here many ports are present, and these ports play a very important role in international trade, because through these ports, okay, each and every country do their trade work. Now, here, what is the major occupation of the people? Fishing. Okay, fishing. And as the land is very fertile, okay, as you all know, the coastal areas are very fertile. That's why here crops like rice, rubber, and coconut grow easily. So this is all about our coastal plain. Now we are going to discuss about our islands. As you know, our country India has two very beautiful islands of the world, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep. Let's have a look. See, there are many islands, some near and some far from the coast of India. Okay, if we see, there are many islands presented in the coast of India. Some are big and some are small. Now, what is the meaning of island? A island is a piece of land that is surrounded by water on all sides. Now, island, okay, island is a piece of land. Okay, island is a piece of land which is covered with water from all sides. Okay, peninsula means a piece of land covered by three sides of water. Okay, but in the case of island is a piece of land which is covered with water from all four sides. Okay, there are the two main groups of Indian islands are Andaman and Nicobar Island and the Lakshadweep Island. So first we are going to discuss about Andaman and Nicobar Island. Let's have a look. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are a group of over 572 small islands, and they are union territories. Sri Vijayapuram is its capital. Now, Andaman and Nicobar Islands are the combination of 572 small islands. Means 572 small and big islands combinedly form an island, which we name them Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, and Andaman and Nicobar Island is a union territory of India. Now, what is the capital of Andaman and Nicobar Island? Sri Vijayapuram. The land surface of this island is hilly. So, if we talk about what kind of land feature this Andaman and Nicobar Island have, they are hilly in nature. Only a few of them are inhabited. The inhabitants of these islands are mainly tribals. Now you can see Andaman and Nicobar Islands are the group of 572 small islands. But in all these 572 islands, only 10 or 20 islands are suitable for people. Okay, only on these islands people live. So the people who live in Andaman and Nicobar Islands are 95% tribal people. Okay. The climate in this island is warm and wet. Okay. The land is very fertile. Means the land of Andaman and Nicobar Island is very fertile. Rubber, coconut, tobacco, coffee and cashew nuts grow in abundance. Fruits like lemon, mango, orange, banana and pineapple are important products of these islands. Now, what kind of products we get from Andaman and Nicobar Island? We get coconut, tobacco, coffee, cashew nut, rubber, and we also get fruits from these islands like lemon, mango, orange, banana and pineapples. But you know what? There is a very interesting fact about Andaman and Nicobar Island. Have you heard about Kala Pani ki saza? Okay, Kala Pani. Veer Savarkar got Kala Pani ki saza. Okay, Kala Pani means what? Okay, let's have a look. Many years ago, when the British ruled over India, these islands were known as Kala Pani. Freedom fighters from India were sent there and lodged in a jail called Cellular Jail. Now, Kala Pani means when Britishers ruled in our country, India, my dear children, during that time, okay, there was not so much development in transportation. Okay, and Andaman and Nicobar is an island. So, Andaman and Nicobar Island considered as a farthest point of India. So, Britishers sent our freedom fighters. Okay, so this evil Britishers sent our freedom fighters to these jails. There are many jails constructed on Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, so the freedom fighters who got their maybe life imprisonment or any kind of punishment, they are sent to this island, because nobody nobody at that time can reach Andaman and Nicobar Island. That's why this area is called as Kala Pani. Okay. Indira Point or Nicobar Island is the southernmost point of India. Now, what is the southernmost point of India? Is your Indira Point. Let's have a look. This is your Andaman and Nicobar Island. This is your cellular jailer Kalapani. This is your Indira Point, and this is the location of your Andaman and Nicobar Island. And Andaman and Nicobar Island is completely located in Bay of Bengal. Okay. Now, our last island is our Lakshadweep Island. Let's have a look here. Lakshadweep Islands are a group of 36 small islands. So, Andaman and Nicobar Islands are the group of 572 islands. On the other hand, Lakshadweep Island is a group of only 36 small islands. They are located in the Arabian Sea. Andaman and Nicobar Island completely lies in Bay of Bengal, and Lakshadweep completely lies in Arabian Sea, means western coastal plain. They are very close to the mainland near the Malabar coast. Most of these islands are flat, and only a few of them are inhabited by people. Kavaratti is the capital of this union territory. So, my dear student, this Lakshadweep Island is very close to Malabar Island. Okay, and most of out of this 36 small islands, most of the islands are flat. Okay, that's why only few of them are suitable for living being. Okay, like Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, so what is the capital city of Lakshadweep? Kavaratti. So, our Indian islands are famous tourist attraction. Our both islands, Andaman and Nicobar Island and Lakshadweep, act as a famous tourist attraction. Though the climate is warm and tropical, the climate of our islands are warm and tropical. It is always very pleasant here due to cool sea breezes. Okay, so this is our Lakshadweep Island, and this is the capital city of Lakshadweep Island. Okay, so my dear student, this is all about in this chapter. Okay, so go thoroughly through this chapter and complete the exercise based on this chapter. I'm going to meet with you all in my next session with a new chapter. Till then, take very good care of yourself. Bye.